Hello, friends. Welcome to the Thinning of the Veil podcast. I'm your host, Tia Smith, and yes, I am not Colette. Today, I am taking over the Gathering Academy just for this episode. I may in the future, but I wanted to kind of, as we've been talking this week, especially listening to Chloe and her experience, you may be wondering, that's awesome. If I do have an experience or I've already had an experience, what do I do then after that revelatory experience? How do I turn that into a temple opportunity? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Really quickly though, again, these videos, especially the Gathering Academy videos, are so much better and so much more effective and efficient when you watch them. In every single video on all platforms of mine, you will see the first link in the description is a link to the video version of every single video. So if you're watching this video, please, if you want to watch it, look in the description, click on the video version, and it will take you to the video version. Another thing really quickly is, will you please put in the comment section if there's something specific that you would like Colette or I to address in this Gathering Academy world that we're currently in today. Every Thursday is a Gathering Academy. Please let us know if there's something that you want us to focus on, you may not know about, something that's been difficult that we can help you with, so we can really focus in and direct our efforts on you, our viewers, on what you need to make your family history experience easier and better. So today, again, we're going to jump right in and we're going to look at, first of all, when you have a revelatory experience, how to transfer that to a temple opportunity on your computer, and then I will follow on your cell phone so that you can understand. And yes, I have done a video about this before. Two things, I've gotten a lot better at it than the first videos I've done, so I know this is a repeat, but I also have a lot of new viewers. Hello, new viewers from all over the world. Welcome, and hopefully you will find this video very instructive on taking your temple worship and revelatory experiences to the next level. So let's get right into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is sign into your FamilySearch account. That's fairly simple and straightforward. Once you're in FamilySearch, you're going to go to the Family Tree button up there in the left-hand corner of your screen. This is, let's say you have gotten a name through a revelatory experience, whether it's a dream or whether you have had a thought come to you of a certain name, or you've passed a billboard and a name comes to your mind. There's a lot of different ways that these revelatory experiences happen, especially if you are asking and praying for them. I received one this morning, and the name that came to me was Beatrice Holdaway. So I'm going to now check, as Chloe testified, to see if that person is related to me. And that's what I'm going to walk you through. So you're going to click on Family Tree, and you're going to have the drop-down menu. Now on the drop-down menu, you're going to look for Find. Sometimes when people attempt this, they go into the search button, and that's not what we want. We want to go to the Find button for this particular tutorial today. So you're going to click on that Find button, and you're going to be taken to a page where you can enter Beatrice's name or whatever name you received. So in the first name column, I'm going to type Beatrice, and then the last name, Holdaway. Now, in this revelatory experience, I was not given a birth date or a place or anything like that. I simply got a name. So that's all I can fill in. When you've typed in the name, then you're going to go to the search button. Now what that is doing is it's bringing up all of the Beatrice May Holdaways and different versions of that name that are currently already in FamilySearch. It will pull it up, and then your task is to see if one of those is related to you. So basically what I've done is I'm going to click on the first name. That's the one I always choose, is the first name. So you're going to click on that name. And to know if you're related or not, you click View Relationship. Now, according to FamilySearch, I am related to Beatrice May Holdaway. She is my 16th cousin once removed. And this is when I start getting excited because I've received a name seemingly out of thin air. I know by now it's a revelatory experience. I know that it is revelation given to me that this person may possibly need help on the other side of the veil. So once that's established, I go back to the person page, Beatrice May Holdaway, knowing that I'm related. And, fun fact, if you look there, you can see that there are ordinances that are probably needing to be done. But because I want to get a bigger scope of what is going to be needed for her, you could at this point click on ordinances over here, but I like to view tree. So you push the view tree button and you get this wider scope of the work that needs to be done around Beatrice, because now we're not just talking possibly about her work, we're talking about the generational work that is needed. Now, I wanted to quickly explain to you or remind you, if you don't know, that there are two different circles with green temples. Whenever you see a circle with a green temple in it, that means there's ordinances available to do. Now, the difference between the two is one, if you see a circle, a green temple circle with a clock inside of it, that means that these persons' ordinances have been found and then reserved and then finally sent to the temple. So they're sitting on the temple wait list for someone to take them off. You're now coming behind a different descendant of these particular ancestors, and you're now given the opportunity to reserve them. Now, you can see that there is a regular circle green temple over here. The difference between the two is timing. This regular green temple with no clock has not been found or clicked on or sent to the temple. So the timing involved in the one with the clock is 120 days. So if you take that name and you pull it away from the temple, you're going to have 120 days to do that. Otherwise, if you don't do it, then it falls off your temple list. The other one, though, without the clock in it, this one by Henry Bexley, you have then like 2 to 3 years, generally-ish. Time frames continue to change, but you have way longer on those who are not sent to the temple. So it is always your call, and you receive the revelation. So let's go back then and look at Beatrice in particular, because that is the name that you received. So if you click on that green temple, it's showing you that her husband needs all of his work done, and that he is needing to be sealed to Beatrice. So the work is her husband and her sealing to her husband. So you can see that isn't just the only one. You could sit here and you could click all of these green temples and find out all the work that's necessary to be done. Clearly there's more opportunities to reserve names. This one in particular, these in particular, we will talk about at a different time frame what the different legends mean. But for right now, you're just looking for green temples. Now, after you click on that, you would then click on the request button down here at the bottom, and it would go into your temple waiting backend list. And that's where you would go to when you're going to the temple that day. That's where you would either print them or do an FOR, family ordinance request. You can actually take those, the QR code to the temple, and they can print for you if you do not have printing capabilities. So that's kind of how you take it. And that was so easy. That took, less than 5 minutes from receiving the name to figuring out if they're related, then to creating a temple opportunity for you and for them to have this work finished. And it's quite an extraordinary thing when you receive these by revelation, because my feeling is these people are ready and wanting to have their work done. Just as you've been praying to receive a name, they've been praying to be found. And God, in His mercy, connected the two of you together. So that's what I love about that. Now, I just wanted to show you very quickly now how, if you've maybe you haven't gotten a name, but you've pushed the ordinances ready button, you've taken a name that was offered to you on that list, and you had a particular experience with them, whether it was a feeling, whether it was you were feeling extra joy. Maybe you heard words like thank you, or maybe you felt them there. There's different ways that you can receive revelation. And I would say, especially in this aspect of the gathering of Israel and temple work, there are revelatory experiences to be had for everyone. Pray for eyes to see and ears to hear as you are offering those intercessory prayers, as Chloe did, to receive who needs help, that you will recognize the revelation when it comes. Now, I myself and a lot of other people have had experiences with them in the temple, certain ones that they have pushed the ordinances ready button. But how do you get then from, okay, I've done the work, I felt something with this person, how do I go back and find them and see if there's more work to be done? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the temple button over here, the furthest right in the top left-hand corner, and you're going to click temple, and in the menu you're going down to my reservation or completed. You're going to the completed button. So you've gone to the temple, and let's say you have had a very cool experience with Sarah Marie Thompson. So all you do is you go to click on her name. You don't really need to check to see if you're related, because odds are you are related. You've done the name, you've pushed the ordinances ready button. So yeah, you're pretty much related. So at this point, all you need to do is click tree. Okay, we know that Sarah's work is in progress. It isn't quite finished yet. She has one more ordinance yet, and that is sealing that I'm going to do. But you're kind of trying to figure out if there's something else around her. Now, you can look and see that her grandparents, there's available work to be done there. So maybe that's why you receive the revelation. As you're checking around her tree, you can see that there are more opportunities to be had for you. Peter Christiansen Schultz also needs his work done. So you can see how one, even though their work may be done and you receive this experience, that there may be more added to that. Now, let's say you don't see anything here. The revelatory experience could be because she needs a spouse and maybe children. That is a whole nother episode. But right now, I want you to just pay attention and invite you to, first of all, pray the intercessory prayer. Pray for eyes to see and ears to hear. Pay attention to any nuance that you feel during the session or before the session. Maybe you're walking down the street and a name keeps pressing itself upon your mind. Or maybe it's a loved one that you know with a certain name, and maybe there is another person with that name in the system that needs help. So anytime you're feeling any pull to a name or to a certain person that you've already done, it's easy peasy. You log in, you click the find button, and you go from there on, as we've shown you today, how to take it from the revelatory experience to then a temple opportunity. Now I'm going to show you how to do that on your phone because it looks a little bit different, but all of the functions are obviously the same. And we are probably on our cell phones more than we are on our computers. They're just smaller screens and there's less visual information about families. The generations are shorter and it's a little bit more difficult within the cell phone app. maybe not for younger people, but for us, that's why I wanted to show both. So here is how you do it on a cell phone. Okay, friends, now let's look at how to do it on a cell phone. Now that we've looked at it on a computer, when you receive your name through a revelatory experience in whatever way, and we've kind of discussed that a little bit, usually you're either going to go to your computer or to your phone. Most people are closer to their phone, so that they will probably look it up on their phone. I've said before, I prefer looking it up on a computer because you can see more when you look it up on the computer versus the cell phone. And let me give you, acknowledge here that there is a difference in cell phones. Different phones look different, but the FamilySearch app is going to have the same functions in every app. So although I'm showing you on an Apple iPhone today, just make sure that you're looking for the key aspects that I'm mentioning here to make it work on your cell phone. So the very first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is go to your cell phone, number one. Number two, you're going to go to your FamilySearch app that hopefully you've previously downloaded. If you have not, this would be a good time to stop this video and download it. Probably the hardest thing that you're going to encounter is using your username, remembering your username and password in this particular capacity. The next thing that you want to do is actually click into the app itself, and you're going to come to a page where generally it will look like you and then your family members. On that particular page now, you're going to want to go to the More button. That's when we are having revelatory experiences, that is what you're going to first look for in your, and this is what looks a little bit different on your cell phone versus the computer. So you're going to look for the More button, which is in the lower right-hand corner of your phone on an iPhone, and you're going to click that button. Now, the next thing you're going to want to look for, as you looked for in the computer version, is you're going to look for the Find a Person. Some people make the mistake again and push search historical records. For this video and for this reason today, we're not going to do that. We're going to look for Find a Person. When you open up and you see Find a Person, you click on it, obviously. And it will bring you to a page where you can enter the first and last name. So in this particular case, this morning, actually, I received the name, as I explained before, Beatrice, and I'm going to type that in the first name place. And then the last name clearly is Holdaway. And then you're going to click the Find button. Now this is super similar to, obviously, the computer version. As explained before, it's going to give you options on the different Beatrice Holdaways that are in FamilySearch. And you're going to press her name. So I'm going to try the first one. I'm going to press on Beatrice Holdaway's name, and it brings you to this page that looks like this. Now, this is their person page. Now, it's cool. Like we mentioned before, it looks like that she may have ordinances needed, but we want to first determine if we are related. Now, on a cell phone, you're going to look for the three buttons in the top right-hand corner. So you simply click the three buttons, and it will bring down a menu, and you're going to click on View My Relationship, just like you did on the computer. And as we found out before, clearly I am related to Beatrice May Holdaway through my mother's side. And, not too far, she lived in 1902 and 1973, so that's relatively close to me. So what we can do now that we have figured out that we are related is push the arrow back button. And we're going back to look at those three dots. So you click on the three dots again. And you're going to go to, this time, View This Tree. So you're going to view this tree. And this is the look that you get in on your cell phone. Obviously, that's why I like the computer better, just because I'm over 50 and my eyes are changing, so it's super helpful on the computer. But you see the same results. You see that Beatrice needs her work done. supposedly. So you're going to click on the green temple. And as I explained before, the difference between the two different kinds of green temples, the one with the clock and the one without a clock, we're just going to simply click on her green temple, and it will bring up the same information that we saw on the computer. Now, to request it, you push the request button up in the top right hand corner, and that is how you navigate taking your revelatory name through an experience and then going to take these names to the temple. Now, what I wanted to show you really quickly again is how to go find the name in your app. If you've gone to the temple, you've had a revelatory experience with someone, whether it's a different kind of feeling or a yearning, or maybe you heard something, you've paid attention and you've had an experience. How do you then go back, if you've already done the work, and see if there's maybe aunts and uncles or cousins or brothers or sisters or grandparents that still need their work done? So when you go back into your app, you're going, instead of more, you're going to go to the temple button, which is the middle button on the bottom of your phone. So you go to the temple button, and up at the top of this particular option, you see my reservations, you see shared with temple, and then you see completed. Where you're going to look for that particular name that you've already done is your obviously completed section. So we're going to push on that completed section. And we're going to, let's say, again, you had an experience with Sarah Marie Thompson. You're going to click on her name. And then you're going to go, you've already established that you're related because you've already done the name. If you want to recheck that, again, that's the 3 buttons in the top right-hand corner. But we want to see if there's more work around her that needs to be done because you've had this revelatory experience about her. So you're going to click the 3 buttons, and instead of view my relationship, again, you're going to view this tree. So you can clearly see that in this tree, she has great-grandparents that still need work to look at and work to do. So your revelatory experience may not be about that particular person that you did temple work for, but it may be those people around them. They need their work done as well. And you had this experience so that you would go back and look and check. Now, obviously, if you don't see any green around, maybe it's time to start researching. Maybe there's a husband missing, or maybe there's children missing. And that, my friends, is a video for another day. But I wanted to just show you how quickly and how easily it is to take a revelatory experience and to check it on the device that you actually probably pick up the most on your cell phone and turn that into a very real temple opportunity through a thinning of the veil experience. It truly is wonderful and miraculous. Technology is such that the work is hastening, that we have all of these options to really figure out what our revelatory experience means and who we can help from those revelatory experiences. I hope, my friends, that you have found this video helpful and that you will take the opportunity, as Chloe did, to offer those intercessory prayers and to really find those people on the other side of the veil who are ready and willing and who you have been called upon to help. Please leave a comment in the section below if there's different videos that you want to see and if this video helped. So we'll talk to you soon, my friends. Next week, we have a video coming up on Friday, and then next week we're going to be learning more about the Urim and Thummim. So talk to you soon. Hope you have a great day and success to all, because this couldn't be any easier. We'll see ya. Bye.